Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Boone Show. Happy to be with you on a wonderful first show of fall.
2 weeks in a row, John.
Yeah, well, we're off next week.
That's true.
Can't
That's
overdo it. But we do have a couple of great guests would be the proper word, on the show. And one is no stranger because as it is time for fall fun.
And you know
You
what we
cannot
always
have
think
any
of
more fall fun.
in the fall in Anderson.
That's right, the Denver Downs Fall Festival.
Woohoo!
And Catherine Garrison is once again with us. Hello.
Hello, John. Great to be with y'all today.
It's
Thanks
great
for
to
having
have
me.
you. And we also have a first-timer who says he's been waiting for me to ask him to be on the show.
I feel so honored.
I had no idea. I keep looking over there. He's sitting so low in his chair. Anyway, Trey
I've been short
Harris.
my whole life. It's quite all right.
Trey is the agriculture instructor here at the Career Center. So we're doing all farm.
Exactly.
It's a farm show tonight. So happy everybody's with us. We'll have some fun getting to know Trey a little bit, and Catherine will let us know what's going on at Denver Downs. So, Catherine, let's start with you.
All right.
What's going on at Denver Downs? No, but is there anything new at the Fall Festival, which opens up this Friday?
Yes.
So, that came fast.
It did.
And I know you've been saying things have been a little hectic, but heck, last year we had a hurricane.
Oh,
roll
yes.
Yes.
I know.
This
It was
week.
nasty.
I think I've got some peace this year since
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about a hurricane the opening week. Yes.
Yeah, it can be a little better than that. So tell us what's going on with the Fall Festival. What can we look forward to this year?
Well, we've got everybody ready to open up, and we've got our May's theme this year is going to be Lainey Wilson.
Oh.
Yes.
And that's like all over the country. They're doing this.
That's right.
36 different places.
Yes, so we belong to an association of corn mazes, which people find that amazing that there is an association.
Amazing, she said.
It is.
So they are the people in the corn maze. Sometimes they have partnerships that they're approached by different organizations or country music, and they will decide that they would love to their image to be in corn mazes. So we were offered the chance to have Lainey Wilson as our design this year. We thought that was really cool. She represents just, she's a great individual, and she's a great role model for so many people. So we thought that would be fun. And when people go into the maze, we've got a giant or a life-size photograph of her that people can take pictures with. And there's trivia throughout the maze on little checkpoints that people can learn a little bit about her history and what's going on with Lainey.
And
That's
Catherine, this is a
really
big
cool
deal
thing.
to figure out who's going to be in the maze and what it's going to look like each year.
Yes, so and it's really unlimited. We can just do anything we want with it, but hopefully we're going to do the 250th anniversary of the United States next year.
Oh, yeah, that'd
very
be
cool.
perfect.
That would be a great thing. We're looking forward to that. So
Very cool.
we've got, so a few years ago, we really would love to do Dolly Parton, but they haven't, Dolly's people have not given us the go-ahead on that.
Right.
But Luke Bryan was in a lot of corn mazes the year before last, and we did Reba McEntire.
remember
Yes,
that
I
one.
remember
Yep.
that. Yep.
So it's kind of flattering, I guess, to have your image in, a field of corn
Yes,
over
for sure.
the whole country. So
For sure.
Yeah, just think. She's flying somewhere. She'll see herself like all different
Yeah,
places.
and all the different mazes.
And there's a special contest that people can, when they come to the farms or one of the farms that's doing her image maze, they can register for an all expense paid trip to one of her concerts.
See, now that is very cool.
Yep.
So,
So
when
people
they,
have to remember to do that when they come
That's
out
right.
to Denver Downs. Make sure that they
Yeah, that's
sign
a
up,
big
register
plus.
for that.
when you do the maze, as you said, there are 36 places that are doing it. Do they have people? They just give you the outline, whatever. I mean, you've described a couple different ways you've done it over the years as technology advances.
Yes.
So how are they doing it this year? And do they just give you a plan and every place does their own, or is there a group that advises on this?
That's a great question. So most years we just do a little sketch of what we want the maze to look like, and we kind of have an image of, well, we want this to be a turn, this to be a turn. So we call that like maze wrap. You want to have a certain amount of maze wrap with the twists and turns in there. So most years we sketch out an image and then we give it to our maze friends, and they graph it out and then can do the cutout from there. For Lainey Wilson, they had a few different samples of design that you could kind of put together in your maze. One might be like a guitar or her outline, which ours has a guitar and her outline. Some are like cowboy hats, different kind of country.
I was going to say she has to be known for her hat.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And bell bottoms.
I was
That's
going to
right.
say bell bottoms. Yeah. But so they're all these aren't going to be exactly the same then,
Right.
because they can choose certain elements.
Yes,
Okay.
they'll all be a little different. I don't think
That's
any
cool.
of them are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
And how do you do it again? How do you?
Great question. So the aliens come down.
Yeah, I would take that as an answer.
They the group that our Bays Association. Well, there's a few different things you could do. You could do it with a GPS and a mower, and cut the corn out that way. We've done it that way, but it's not optimal because there's still some corn that grows back, and you have to go in and trim that. So the best way we have found is the company the organization we belong to, they'll send out their team, and the team marks the entire field with white flags. Say every 10 or 12 feet, they'll make a huge grid of the entire cornfield. And then they walk through with backpack sprayers with their little piece of diagram, their little piece of paper, and they say, okay, this little 10 by 10 looks like this. We need to go up and do a big curve, or go up and make a right turn in the middle of this little area. And so you do that over the whole corn maze, and it's cut out.
Wow.
It just doesn't grow in the areas that they spray.
Yes, the trails, they kill off the corn in the trails.
So
Very
this
cool.
thing is ready to go right now. When did
It
you have
is.
to
The corn
start
is
on that?
beautiful. Oh my gosh, the corn looks great compared to last year when
Yeah,
we
I
were
know.
all facing the
Yes.
army worms everywhere. They were not friendly to corn, and also and then the hurricane.
Yeah.
So this is amazing to see. It's amazing.
Yeah,
This-
amazing again,
I keep
once
say-
again.
I say that word way too. I loved it.
All these corny jokes.
Oh my!
Ba-dum-bum.
Gotta get the sound effects in.
I
there.
know.
Where's my buttons, John?
I know. Got to get on Nathan about that.
So yeah, it's amazing how the corn just looks great, and
Yeah.
then we've got flowers. We've got tons of flowers that people can come out and pick and cut for flowers, like to take home in a vase
Wow.
for their kitchen table or give to a friend, and that's
So
always
they can pick these. It's
Yes.
not like they're already just there. And because I
Right.
know what are the big flowers you usually do?
the sunflowers. Oh,
No,
and then we
other
do the
ones.
mums.
The mums.
Yes.
But those are already in a container, right?
Yes, those
Yeah.
are in pots.
Okay, so
Yes, we-
these you can actually just go out and pick your own.
Yes, so we've
That's
got
cool.
the mums, which are in pots for people to take home and put on their front porch, and then we've got the cut flowers that you take some shears out and you actually cut the flowers and make an arrangement.
Nice.
So
Very
the
nice.
the mums look great too. They're absolutely beautiful. So people will be selling those on the weekends when we're open for the festival, and then on the weekdays we sell them at our market. There's an old roadside market that we have on Clemson Boulevard,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll be selling those there.
And mine
Yeah, those-
lasted all season.
Yeah, they are
They
beautiful
were
and huge.
perfect and huge.
Yeah.
They were gorgeous.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you keep them watered.
Yes.
So Clemson fans are going to love this. We've got some that are orange and purple.
Okay.
Sunflowers?
The mums.
Mums.
The
Oh,
mums.
yeah. Okay.
And so, I don't know if you tried this before, but you can plant the mums in your yard, and then the next year they grow back.
No, I did not know that.
And we've got a lot that we've planted from last year. So you plant when they start dying, then you plant them in the ground. And then over the winter they look
They're dormant.
They're dormant. They look terrible. But then in the spring and summer they start coming back, and they're enormous when they're in your yard.
I
They
did
just
not
get
know
like
that.
Big shrubs.
When mine died, I just threw it out.
Yep, you got to save them and put them in your
Okay.
yard.
Thank
you
you
go.
for the
The gift that keeps giving.
That's right.
Yeah. And tell us about this whole pumpkin thing, which getting some national attention. Your
Yes.
pumpkin patch.
We are very excited. So this time of year, it's so interesting because you don't know what kind of email or what news is going to come our way. USA Today contacted us about 2 months ago, and we had been selected or nominated for the top 10 pumpkin patches in the U.S. So
in the U.S.
for 5 years, the past 8 or 9 years, we've been in the top 10 corn mazes in the country, but we've never been in the top 10 pumpkin patches. Which
That's cool.
is really special. So then there was a vote for about a month, and Denver Downs came in number 5.
That's great.
So we want to thank everybody that voted for us, and everybody probably. I probably got on everyone's nerves asking everybody to keep voting for us, but it's a big honor. Also, this summer we got contacted by TripAdvisor, and this is kind of hard to believe. Denver Downs is in the top 10% of attractions worldwide.
Wow.
We're
That is
a little
cool.
Huge
blown
honor.
away by that. Yeah. So that means that people are searching for us a lot, and
Yeah.
they are leaving good reviews.
We used to bring our FFA group from Georgia over like every year. It
Wow.
depended on which school I was at, but we would come to Denver Downs and bring a bus load of kids, and it was always a great time. And y'all always was very friendly working with us and and helping us out there with the students. So we greatly appreciate that.
Great. I love hearing that. Yeah, we want it to be a special time when people come out, because you could choose to go anywhere. And so we want to make it really special when you come spend the day with us.
And every year that we go, there's always something new. So what's new this year?
This year we've got these, well, with Lainey, she has a song called Whirlwind. And so we've got these chairs that you sit on, and they're like giant tops. So you sit on them and you go. So they're kind of crazy, but there's something fun for folks to try this year. And we've added a few more little games out there so people can enjoy. And we, on the farm agriculture side, we replaced the irrigation system underneath the corn maze.
Okay.
So I don't know if y'all remember this, but like 15 years ago,
remember.
we had a 10-acre, about 2.5-foot maze.
Yes, because nothing was wet, right? It
Right.
didn't rain. I remember that.
So it was our 10-acre mini maze. So guess what we decided to do? And we really tried everything. I mean, I was thinking, can we call the fire departments and get them to come out? And it's now knowing what kind of water that requires, that was really silly for me to think that. But I was trying to problem solve. But so we put in an irrigation system that's like drip line tape underground that waters the whole field. So that had been in the ground for 12 years, and it was time to replace it. There was a lot of damage over the years, so we just replaced that. So that's one reason the corn is looking so great, because it's had Mother Nature and it's had a little bit of help with irrigation.
Very cool.
That's cool. By the way, just an idea for future corn maze. You can do our mascot. You can do the platypus.
He's not a
Oh,
duck.
yeah.
He's not a
Yes,
duck.
not a duck.
He's
We'll get you your shirt later.
I love the
We'll explain
platypus.
all that.
It
See?
it makes
See?
my heart so happy when I see him out at the farm.
He'll be out there this Saturday, 10 to 2.
There you
Everybody
go.
come out and see the platypus.
I may keep him. if he gets kidnapped,
We'll know where to look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, he has. She lets him go on all the rides and
The
stuff.
rides and stuff. I love it.
Ride the slide, and he was inside a big tractor tire being rolled around. And,
I'm sure the
those
kids
kind of
love to
things.
see him.
So
it's fun. It's just happy. People love
Yes.
that.
yeah, it's cool.
Is he going to be wearing his not a duck shirt?
Maybe
know.
that's
What
a
is
good
he gonna
idea.
wear?
We might as well let him wear it if everybody else is.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've got some ducks out at the farm this year, so we'll have to get a picture of
Yes, of
Him
him
with
with,
ducks.
the ducks,
The ducks.
so you can tell the difference.
Duck, not a duck.
Yes, duck, not a duck.
That'll be the next T-shirt.
There
So
you go.
this year, my new T-shirt we're going to be selling, it says, "How about them pumpkins?"
Uh-huh.
So we might have to say, "I'm not a duck."
There you go. See?
There you go.
She's right along the line. of what we're thinking here. Great minds.
This year we are doing, in addition, we always have live music, in the afternoons and in the evenings. And in October, on Saturday nights, we're going to be having fireworks this year. Yes.
Nice.
So the Hyundai of Anderson is doing a sponsorship to help us out with that. So that's going to be really exciting.
Every Saturday night at what time?
In October, about dark, probably about 8:30.
Okay.
Yep.
Very
So
cool.
we'll have the bonfires going and the live music, and then we'll take a break and we'll do the fireworks. So everybody can come out and enjoy
Cool.
that.
Always, every single year you surprise me, because I think there's no way you could have any more stuff out there, and then yet you add more things.
Oh, it's come a long way.
I'm
from
always
it.
impressed with the musical lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big music fan, and I think you guys pull some great artists, and it's just an awesome event.
We love that. We love supporting local artists, and it really adds to the atmosphere. having some great music out
Local,
there.
kind of homegrown themed. Yeah, love it.
So, how many years have you been doing the fall festival?
We think it's about 25. I think
It's
my
been a
brother
while, but I
planted
tell
it.
you, the last
1 acre
several
of corn
years,
the
it's
first
just
time.
kind of exploded. So, credit to you and all those people who work with you, because it's really, if it's become one of the top 10%,
Top 10 destinations.
yeah, it's
for,
pretty obvious
right,
that
to do in South.
yeah, I can just remember back the one you're talking about with the short corn was one of the first ones I had ever been to, and since then it's you can't compare. It's gotten so much bigger and better, and just the grounds, they're spotless.
It's beautiful.
It's clean and
Yeah, there's
crisp
never
and
any trash.
decorated nicely.
It is.
It's
it really is.
it's great. So it kicks
Thank
off this
you.
Friday, and we'll come back to this later in the show. But how can people get tickets?
On our website, denverdownsfarm.com, we have the tickets are for sale there, and they're going to be. We have a preseason sale going on now, which will be through Thursday night. So the day before we open, we'll have the preseason sale tickets. So they'll go back to 25, or I think it's about $25 after that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so good thing to bring the family to. And again, we'll talk more about what's going on there, including, we have to get the food update.
Yes,
Because
we
there's
always
always,
have to know about the food.
The food and drink aspect of Denver Downs is big as well. But right now, we're going to take a quick timeout. And when we come back, we meet Trey Harris. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to The Boone Show or watching on My Pulse Radio and YouTube. And welcome back to the Boone Show on My Pulse Radio. Our guest, Catherine Garrison from Denver Downs Farm, and Trey Harris, the ACTC agriculture instructor. Trey, what is this, your third year?
Third year.
Third year already. And just things are exploding back in agriculture land. It's like an amusement park in itself. Talk about Denver Downs. You walk back there and you got all kinds of exhibits going on. And if you like pigs, there's just a few back there.
Great things come
everywhere
to
you
those
look.
that are supported.
There are pigs.
And we got tons of great support here, and that's what the difference maker is for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I can certainly agree with that. So Trey, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Everybody was asking during the well, not everybody. We know you. Catherine was asking during the break where you're from and all that. So get people up to date. What brought you ultimately here?
So, I am from a little town called Walhalla down the road, about 45 minutes longer if you were stuck in that traffic on 85 this morning. But it's a great little town. I grew up on a farm. We grew beef cattle for the better part of my life, and then the hurricane came through and actually affected us as well. And now I kind of run things myself, and unfortunately our fences took a lot of damage. So I thought it was a good time to go ahead and sell out of the cows for a little bit, and I'm going to come back and try to revamp things. But so I've put that on the back burner right now. To me, I've always said that, in life you got to find what your one thing to do is, and you got to do it well, and you got to be a little bit cocky, a little bit arrogant about it. My one thing is to teach agriculture, and I absolutely love to do it. And so that's why I come in every single day and get around these kids, and man, I tell you, we have a lot of fun. So those kids, they keep me coming here every day. I told my students, one of the things that I like to say is, if you wake up and you dread going to work, or if you then you're in the wrong line of work. Yeah. The Mega Millions just got up so high not long ago, and everybody dreams and thinks about what would you do with it and everything else. You'd miss me for a couple of days just while I'm getting things settled, but then I'll be back. Okay, so just know, I'll
driving
be back.
an Escalade, but I'll be back.
That's exactly what I told the kids. I will drive something different every day of the week, but I will be back.
This isn't your first stop teaching, right?
It's not. I actually spent quite a few years in Georgia. I spent 12 years in Georgia. My first year, or my first stop, was in Effingham County, and I had the best role model. I had Mr. Billy Hughes. He was my mentor, and then he was actually an ag teacher for 28 years, I believe. And then he moved around and went into several admin positions, and then he actually ended up becoming the director of ag education for the state of Georgia. Wow. So then he became my boss again after I had left. So that was really cool to have that relationship with him and have him as a mentor, and he was just really helped to kick things off for me in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. So when did you decide that you wanted to teach?
When I couldn't afford vet school. That ultimately was my dream. I wanted to be a vet, and I wanted to go to Georgia because we didn't have a vet school at the time, and now Clemson is building this huge vet school, but I couldn't afford it. And honestly, I walk through the halls every single day, and I have a lot of friends. I really do. I'm blessed. I have a lot of people that I like to talk to, and whenever I would walk through the halls every day, I'd say, man, I love this. And as senior year of high school kept narrowing down, I was like, how can I get back here? And I looked around, and I said, I'm not smart enough to teach this. I'm not smart enough to teach this, but I like agriculture. So why don't we go ahead and teach agriculture? And so I tell you, it's been a wild ride, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. So talk about some of the things you're doing in the agriculture program here, because I know in the 3 years you've been here, you've obviously had certain initiatives that you've been doing.
So everybody knows me as the pig man. I kind of get that mentality, whenever we go anywhere, everybody's like, this guy, and my favorite one that I got the other day was the hog father. I thought that one was pretty good.
That's good.
So I thought that one was pretty good. Shout out to Jenny on that one. But
I remember that.
Yes.
Gotta get shirts.
It's great. I breed and raise pigs for the kids, and ultimately what it boils down to is we can have cattle here, but if we breed a cow and we raise a calf, I can impact one student possibly through the show ring. If we breed and raise goats, I can have 1 to 2 kids each year, and that's going to impact 1 to 2 students. If we have a pig, she can easily have 2 litters, and that's going to give me 12 to 16 viable show projects to impact students. And so that's ultimately why we breed and raise pigs, is because we can impact more students. And that's what I'm about, is impacting the students.
Now, tell us a little bit about raising the pigs. Because I see him walking.
How long is this show?
Well, we've got time. I don't think Zach is calling in. And you know why the reason is? Because he's still stuck in traffic. That traffic still hasn't all cleared up from earlier today.
Not to mention, he really doesn't have a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, I think that's the real reason. I don't think he's really stuck in traffic. I think he doesn't want to call in and talk about Clemson. But,
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
but go ahead, because I look out there and I see, you have the piglets, and then they grow up a little bit, and then I see the kids walking them around with those little handles to keep them walking in a straight line and all that. And then what goes into the process of getting them, show ready, et cetera?
So it's a really big process. We start with our matriarch, or our main female that we kind of built our program around, who has a whole cool story herself, but we won't go into all that. But she is fantastic, and has done a really good job for us. And what we do is we monitor the heat cycles of the females, and then my students actually artificially inseminate the pigs with some of the best boar prospects from around the country. Got to give a shout out to Premium Blend Genetics there, because they definitely help us out. So those guys are fantastic.
That's awesome.
Give us a
Biggest
good
boar
discount.
stud, exactly. So we love them, and we have a lot of success with that. The thing that I can say I'm most proud about is in the last 2 years we have actually bred 14 pigs here at the school, and so that means that they were bred 2 times per pig. So that's 28 total times. 27 of those were completed by students.
That's incredible.
Wow.
And we
Isn't
had
that great?
13 out of the 14 that ended up being successful breedings through artificial insemination. That's almost unheard of. And then when you start talking about our conception rates, we ended up having almost 13 pigs per litter. I think that's one of the highest in the country as far as in a show pig operation, and that to me just boils down to what we're doing here and how we're able to do things a little bit different. That's for
And
sure.
I think the coolest thing is watching these kids, and we're talking sophomores, juniors, and seniors, when these babies are born. And it may be born at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they're here catching them, grabbing them, making sure that they're clean, they're breathing, they're okay, the whole works. It is the most incredible experience ever.
It is quite the experience. I joke with the kids as they were coming in for August, because it was like talking to the sophomores
Baby
who were
watch.
just it was like get ready, bring old clothes, wear old shoes, because baby watch the first week it's going to be get ready, here's a pig catch, and it was a lot like that. So
And the best part about it is when you have these babies, we have, Trey usually has anywhere from 24 to 28 kids sitting in there. And if you have 13 babies just like that, everybody can participate. And that's the coolest part of it. And they want to. The kids want to participate.
Hands-on projects.
Yeah.
I love
There we
that
go.
you're really teaching them a lot about genetics
Yeah, that's
and
really
science.
cool.
It's so hands-on, and kids will get that like in one day in biology, and that's it.
You should see our new vet science lab. We're just now transitioning from the animal science portion over into the vet science, and I am so excited to get going with these students. We actually did some hands-on practicums today, and did some different holding of the animals, but we've got microscopes where we can do fecal samples and we can diagnose problems. There's just so much that we can offer to the students here at ACTC, in our vet science program, and it is just phenomenal. So if you haven't seen the vet science program, by far, stop by, check it out. It is incredible.
It's impressive what y'all got. That was the first time I've seen it today, and my mind is blown. I can't believe y'all have everything that you have.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been.
You didn't get to see it all either.
No, we
There's a lot
scratched
more
the
than-
surface.
Yeah.
But, whenever I took this job here, it was kind of a last minute ordeal how everything worked out. And ultimately, I personally just have to say it was a God thing for me.
Me too.
And how it ended up.
Me too.
Because I wasn't ready for where I was at the time, and then obviously some things needed to fall into place for us and for ACTC to happen. And Miss Harrell called me, and I'll tell you guys just a little bit, just because I think it's just amazing how that works. I actually was lined up to take another job out of education, because I had a couple of instances where I was just ready to pull my hair out, and I just said I need a break. And so I actually was ready to take the job at another facility, and I had it saved on my phone as a reminder to call and accept this job at like 9:30 in the morning. My grandmother unfortunately fell and broke her hip.
Oh.
We were loading her in the ambulance when the reminder went off on my phone. We get her loaded. I said, I'll have to call them in a little while. We got to handle with this. And as we're closing the doors and she is driving up the driveway, my phone rings. And I answer my phone because it was Anderson, and it was Miss Holly Harrell. And she was offering me the job, and here we are. And I accepted, had never came to the campus since 2008 or 2009 when we toured as a student at Clemson, had no clue what they had, nothing. And I came the first day. They threw a notebook at me and said, "What do you need?" and here we are. And it has been wonderful.
It is an
That's awesome.
incredible.
I will tell you,
incredible-
Trey.
What a great story.
Because you came in late that first year, you missed a free bowling outing. So Holly still owes you
A bowling.
a bowling outing
a bowling alley.
because we were out there at spare time.
That's right. That was our
year
opening
for
session
opening
that
thing.
year.
So don't let her get away with that. She owes you.
She owes me a bowling
owes you.
game. Okay.
I got
I
you,
will
Trey.
remember that.
I got you.
Okay.
You have a student here. Can we have her join you on the mic?
Yes, absolutely. Come on over.
Because now that
Yes.
we're talking all about what you're doing. We got somebody who's doing it right
Yeah,
here.
yes, and she definitely is. So this young lady is Miss Stella Cothran, and Stella is our FFA president, and she is a senior at Wren High School.
All right. So tell us what got you into FFA and how you're enjoying your time here with Mr. Harris.
Well, initially I was never anything with agriculture. I've always been really into music and orchestra. But we toured it in 10th grade and I thought it looked pretty cool. So I decided to join it, and then I was all about the plants, wanted everything in the greenhouse, and then he somehow convinced me to show a pig. And now I have 2 pig projects and a lamb project. So
That's awesome.
There's that impact.
Yeah. So
You pull them in with that pig project, and it blooms into this. And from that, what all have you got to do as far as this summer? Some of the things that you got to change.
Well, this summer, I really wasn't at home. I got to go to FFA camp, which was a lot of fun. But the highlight of my summer was probably to go to South Carolina Commissioner School for Agriculture at Clemson. It was a long application process, but it was really worth it. We got to work in the beef cattle unit. We got to work with a lot of the professors and dissect things and just learn all about it, and it was really amazing.
that is amazing. So what do you want to do with this? Are you a senior now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you want to do with this moving forward?
I would love to go into wildlife conservation and study wildlife biology. That's the goal.
All right. So are you going to go to Clemson? No?
No, I don't. My mom went there, my uncle went there, and they all love it. I just don't think it's really the place for me.
Yeah,
I
their
love
football team's not
ABAC.
very good. but
Gotta have a good sports team.
where are you going?
I'm thinking about either ABAC or Colorado State.
Oh, way out west. Oh, look at that. Okay.
She's been looking at some colleges out west, focusing on the forestry management
Yeah.
side of things. I think the other day you were looking at North Dakota State, maybe.
I got accepted yesterday.
Good.
Congratulations.
North
Thank
Dakota
you.
State, they do have a good football team. They're on the second level of college football. Yeah, but I think it's D1, FBS, whatever it is, the second level. They win championships all the time. So yeah,
I'll have some fun.
it's very cold, very cold.
Yeah, but
But-
I like the cold.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I've been
that's-
out there a lot hiking, and I love it. So
So what do you have to say about her, Trey?
Stella's fantastic. I absolutely, like I said, I have a lot of great students, but whenever it comes to student leaders, I love writing recommendation letters for them.
Yeah.
Because we get lots of them for scholarship opportunities and for, just overall acceptance letters and everything else, and we get to experience that. And we've got some really, really good kids. That's the one thing that I tell you is different about ACTC is because the students in the classroom want to be there. I'm coming from a public education background, and a lot of times the students in those classes don't want to be in that class. They prefer to be somewhere else, whereas our students choose to be there. And so it makes it a learning environment, majority of the time. Some days, you're not necessarily as a teacher on it 100%, but the kids are still there to push you, and that's what makes your day better.
I think for whatever reason, for obvious reasons, you get some pretty committed kids because if they're, inseminating pigs and such, that's you have to be a special kind of kid to be
before and after each
sticking your hands in places that they normally don't go. But at the same time, you get a lot of reward out of this field.
Yeah, I really like seeing all the pigs just in the barn.
Go ahead.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. And just getting to see them grow up and knowing that we had a major part in that and
Yeah.
getting them here where they are now.
Yeah. All right. That's really cool. Stay around. We might have some more questions for you, Stella, but that's awesome. I love talking to sharp kids. Speaking of not talking to sharp kids, Zach did manage to call in. And Zach, I know you're being very brave. Where are you right now?
I am currently. Can y'all hear me? Okay?
Yes.
I'm on my Bluetooth.
We can hear
Good. I am currently in Canton, Georgia. About 2 hours and 50 minutes from home. I'm getting home at 7:27.
you. Yeesh. Long day,
So
buddy.
I hope that nobody from the building center is listening right now, because there's nothing like being on the clock and talking to your high school career center team at the same time. I'll take that anytime.
Yeah, well, be careful out there.
Just as long as you're on your Bluetooth following the law,
Yes.
then you're good.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hands free.
Yeah, I sat in traffic. I don't know if y'all seen it on the news, but it was the traffic jam where right there at the South Carolina-Georgia line where somebody ended up getting killed.
Yeah.
And I started in it at 8:45 this morning and got out of it at about 1:30.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that was Trey and I were both in that traffic jam. He left a little earlier because I'm always running late, but
No.
and got through some of the back, and only took him an hour and a half to get here.
About an hour and a half.
It took me 2.5 hours to get here this morning. So yeah, that's been a mess all day. But speaking of messes, talk about Clemson a little bit, Zach.
I mean, can we talk about the heater the Braves are on instead?
The heater that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They've won 9 games in a row, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, I know. They get on a heater and it don't even matter.
Yeah,
right?
where was that? Where was that? A couple months ago.
I know. No, that's what I was thinking about calling you today.
And Trey, feel
Sitting
free
in
to
that
chime
traffic jam, it was like, you go for a little bit, then you stop. Then you go for a little.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the way Clemson football's going right now. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get. You're sitting there hoping for the best, and you get what you think's good, and then
You can chime
you're
in,
back
Catherine,
down
if
again.
you want.
And I just can't explain it. I wish I could. I wish I could explain it. I don't know. Holly's at the game.
Holly was
Well, I mean,
tailgating
I
the
thought the other
entire
day
time. She
that
didn't
it's
care
a
about
good
the
year,
game.
which ain't a bad year for that. But I haven't had. Hey, the good thing is I put on Facebook. I don't know if y'all saw the other day. Hey, the good thing is Clemson keeps losing. The tickets are just getting cheaper. So I'm
Yep.
gonna be able to go to the Clemson Florida State game this year and watch that bloodbath.
That's
Well,
true.
the prices are set this year, but I'm sure people will be dumping their
Yeah,
tickets.
secondary market will be very
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
But it'll be full of Florida State fans. That's what you got to watch out for.
Yeah, so.
I do not want to go to that game. I'm not looking forward to that at all.
No, I do not. Speaking of tickets, and we're kind of on the sports subject. SmackDown is coming back to Greenville November the 7th.
Uh-huh.
Lower bowl tickets to sit where me, my sister, and Carson sat last time, same row, everything, is $220 a piece.
That's ridiculous. I've heard that from a lot of places.
Me and my sister Caitlin, we always just split the price down the middle with
Yeah.
Carson. We paid less than that together last time they come.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that is mind blowing to me.
Is this at
And
Bon
it's
Secours
kinda like
Wellness
that-
Center?
I mean, way up
Well-
in the upper bowl is $67.
Yeah, they were talking about that at the pay-per-views too. That they were bragging about how much money they were making off of it. It's the biggest gate ever. Well, no wonder you're charging so much money that it's the biggest gate.
Yeah.
My
a
nephew
shame.
actually talked me into going to that last wrestling match at Bon Secours.
Yeah.
So we went to that.
But and they got
Pay
all the
$200
streaming
to do it.
services you got to buy now too. Were you able to watch the one this weekend on the ESPN app?
The ESPN stuff.
Yeah.
The ESPN. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just cancel my Peacock? Because that's why I got it first, was because of that. And I'm not going to cancel it because all of our other shows that me and Tiffany watch are on there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, now it's not just ESPN. It's the ESPN app, so you have to have that other.
Plus the Disney, whatever it is, all of that.
Yeah, which is $30 a month more, and you're already paying for like 6 streaming services.
I don't know who can figure out all this stuff. I just want like Amazon Plus or
Prime.
Yeah.
Each one of those is
Prime
charging.
Video.
Yep.
Like we ought to just go back to DirecTV.
I mean,
Exactly.
serious.
Just
Yeah.
have them all in there.
Well, and I almost think that it's intentional, right? So, okay, to watch this, you got to have Peacock. So you subscribe to Peacock. And then the next month they're like, No, we're switching that to Hulu. So
Yeah.
now you got to have Hulu, or you have to have Netflix. I mean, it's almost
Well, just for wrestling,
intentional.
they're on what, 3 different streaming services now? It's like,
Yeah. Well, the Raw was on Netflix, so that's $19, well, $18 a month. SmackDown is on USA, or USA, I think it is. I don't know. I don't have YouTube TV, but I think it's USA. And before long, that's going to move to something.
yeah.
So all in all, to get your wrestling stuff, you have to pay 30, 18, almost 66, almost 60, $65, a little less than that, just to get pay-per-views and Raw, when it was $15 a month for all the pay-per-views.
And don't forget, you got to pay $220 for your seat if you want to go watch it. So,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
ridiculous.
They're not treating their fans very well these days. But speaking of that, the Clemson football team is not treating their fans very well these days. And I know you've brought up some of the things, but what do you see going forward for the team? Because I don't.
Only up.
Are they going to win?
It's gotta
again?
be up.
Is
It's
there
gotta
somebody
be
they
up.
can beat?
They had 500 and something yards of offense,
Yeah, well,
but they
that's the
only put up
thing.
21 points.
Right.
So we've got to figure out how we're going to score, because obviously they can move the ball, they just can't move it to the
Can't
end zone.
finish.
That's
and
the
Syracuse
problem.
did get fined
Oh,
$25,000.
please. Just for feigning an injury.
Just saying.
But you're Clemson folks, so you always have excuses.
Just saying.
So it's Syracuse was
Sorry,
falling
we're
on
not
the
used to
ground,
losing.
and then- I don't have a dog in the fight, so it doesn't matter.
You still sound salty.
I just like getting you
Yeah,
guys
I
salty.
just don't. You've got to. And the defense hadn't impressed me at all either. I mean, I just kept hearing we're going to stuff the run, we're going to stuff the run, we're going to stuff the run. Georgia Tech really didn't bother me because their quarterback does that to everybody he plays. I mean,
Yeah.
he sent Georgia. It took 10 overtimes last year for Georgia to beat them. He does that to everybody. But when Syracuse does it to you, imagine what Furman's going to do to you. I mean, that's where I am at this point. South Carolina and Clemson is going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning on the Cartoon Network.
They might do it on a Friday night.
Yeah, Friday nights are bad luck anyway. But well, if if Furman gets out to a 16-3 lead like Troy did, then I don't know what. Zach actually texted me the other day after the game. He goes, "I'm done." Period. I know you're not really done, but my goodness.
This is going to show. We have to show what real fans are made of.
That's right.
You got to stick behind
You're
the
not
Tigers.
bandwagon.
And you know what I say? Some years are for watching college football, and some years are just for tailgating. And this is just
Amen.
a tailgating year.
Either way, there's a
Either
degree
way,
hanging
it's
on my wall from Clemson, so I'm going to pull for them no matter what. I'm invested.
That's
Okay.
right.
Well,
It's going to be fun either way, Holly. Right?
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to have fun.
That's right.
got anything else there, Zach? This is a good discussion
We'll
today.
we'll see what happens because there's still a long season ahead. But after
Oh
what
gosh,
I've
if I
seen
hear
after
that one
all
more
week-
time, after every loss, well, it's a long season. Well, it's a long season. Well, it's getting shorter
But,
every
we're
day.
already, Vegas already had bye week, beat us by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Hey, I heard there's a thing out there now that you could bet on odds of whether Dabo gets fired or not.
He's
9
not
to
going to
1.
get fired.
I
No.
agree.
No
I don't
way.
think
The
so.
buyout's
It's
too
way too-
yeah, it's like
big.
$60
What,
million.
60 million?
60
Yeah.
mil, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just crazy to me. That's just. I mean, who you gonna go get?
Yeah.
They fire him. Who you gonna go get?
Right.
You lost the fire and the spark whenever we started paying players. It's not college football anymore. It's minor league, major football. You know what I'm saying? Like minor league football. That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah. And Clemson, they just didn't show any life the other day. It was just meh.
Well, that player said you don't have any dogs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
There's a lot of truth to that.
So-
There needs to be some fire and some spark. Get them going. Does Dabo still do those Thursday nights out at the grocery stores like he used to? Because if so, I'm gonna go look him up.
Ingalls at Ingalls.
It used to be like at the food line or the
Yeah, I
Milo
remember
back
that.
in the
That-
day.
That was it was Ingalls, wasn't it?
See, that was
But
how great was
I don't
that?
we don't need you getting arrested.
No. I just
Okay, all right.
I would like to have a conversation. Like get him going.
Yeah. You got anything else there, Zach?
No, not really. I wish I did. I mean, it's just we'll just have to see what. I just hope we can get by bye week this week.
Yeah.
And
We're
bad
not
his
going to
name-
lose this weekend.
And then who is it after that?
North Carolina and Bill
BC.
Belichick and his 19-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, is that at North Carolina?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Boston
that's at
College.
North Carolina.
At Boston
That's a
College?
beautiful. If you've never been, that's a
Oh,
beautiful
that's gonna be
campus
tough.
up there. That's a beautiful campus. I went 2019 when they just about beat Clemson, and
I
Matt
remember
Brown lost it on going for two there at the end. And if they would have went into overtime, they probably would have beat Clemson because they controlled the entire game. But we'll see. It's a long season ahead, and this thing can get turned around. But I just don't see it right now. But that's why you spot the ball and play.
That's right. Yeah, it's getting to be a long turn for turning it around. All right, Zach, thanks for calling. I know, and be careful on the road out there. We don't need anybody else getting in any trouble on the road. All right?
Sure will. Y'all take care. We'll talk to you next time.
All right. Thanks, Zach. Take care. All right, there's Zach Howard on sports. One of my favorite.
He's so entertaining.
He is. It's great.
He's a truck.
He's definitely passionate.
Oh, yes.
He is.
He is.
This is killing him. 1 and 3 is killing him.
It is. It is.
I love that. I love the SmackDown. I love that he threw that in there
Oh,
too.
yeah.
That was
Yes.
interesting.
He loves that
Yes.
wrestling.
And he's got a little 2-year-old that just eats it up.
Oh
too.
yeah, and he's got how old's
new-
it?
she's 6
Well, I think the
months?
one is 3
One?
and the other's 1.
Maybe it's 1 and 3. Yeah,
if
they're
I'm
little.
correct. But
They have a busy household.
But he has him watching wrestling all the
Yes,
time.
he does.
Yeah. But anyway, he's a good guy. All right. Before we get to wrapping things up here, boy, that hour went by pretty quickly. Trey, we look to the future, Hogfather, and what else are you going to do out there? I see new greenhouses. I see. So, is there anything more in the plant department so Stella can be happier? Now that you've
She's kind of
converted
left.
her to
I was gonna say she's kind of
pigs.
left the plant side of things. So we're working on finalizing our plant sale order currently, so we can kind of go ahead and get that put in for the spring. And as you guys know, we will have a huge spring plant sale. We'll have plenty of hanging baskets, I'm sure, and those gorgeous ferns that everyone loves. So that's always in the works. And of course we will have some more pigs coming. We'll have plenty of pigs running around probably end of January, February, and March. So we'll have some running around. If anybody comes to the plant sale, come and see the pigs for sure as well. We'd love to have you.
Do you have the date set for the plant sale yet?
Not yet. We typically try to do it around spring break. Everybody likes to get out and they love to get in the gardens and everything. But I do try to watch the weather a little bit as well. The last 2 years we've had really warm spring breaks, and luckily we've been able to kind of avoid the frost. And so we'll look at that and see what the Farmer Almanac is telling us, and we'll make that judgment call a little bit closer.
And spring break is earlier this
It
year
is.
too. It's
It
like
is.
the last week of March.
It is.
I don't like that. I like
Yeah,
the
'cause
first week
Easter-
of April better.
It's right before Easter, and Easter is the first weekend in April this
Yes,
year, right?
it is. Yep.
Why does Easter move around so much? Is that a lunar thing with Passover and all that stuff? Is that how they figure that out? I don't know. But it's always different every year. Easter needs to stay on the same day so we can have spring break at the same time. But hey, it's always a good time to go to Florida, no matter what.
I can't wait for that sale. As soon as I find out, y'all let me know when it is, because I'll be out here buying some flowers.
Yes, we'd love to have you.
And you have the sunflower thing.
Yes, so we'll have, the spring we do our Easter egg hunt.
That's right.
So that's why we're definitely looking at the calendar for Easter this year, because we'll probably have to open a few weeks before in March, and then in the summer we do the Sunflower Festival.
Yeah. So see, it's going to be cold for the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
in
Might
March.
be. It might be.
Yeah.
One year it was March 31st was Easter, so that was really early.
Yeah, it's close to that this coming year. So we'll
That's
see what
right.
happens. Anyway, we said we were going to get back to the food at Denver
yeah.
Downs.
Yes,
so tell
we-
us
yes, we
before we
are.
leave about that. What are the food and drink selections this year?
Well, we have a new apple cider slushy.
That sounds good.
Oh,
That
those are good.
people love. So I'd gone up to visit Steps Farm up in Hendersonville and had a delicious apple cider slushy there. I said, oh, yes, we've got to add this to our selection, because we have a silo bar where we serve beer and wine, and we have we have a fall frosé, which is a Moscato wine and apple cider, slushy for adults. So now we're going to do this for children, so non-alcoholic. And then we'll have our funnel cakes and kettle corn and our s'mores to roast by the campfire. So we've got all that ready for folks so they don't have to round up all the ingredients themselves. And then barbecue sandwiches and hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken fingers. And we want people to, and our fresh lemonade. We have really
That's
delicious.
awesome.
It is good.
Get that all the time.
So we want people to come hungry and
Yeah.
thirsty, and we'll take care of them.
Yeah, yeah, and then you brought up the campfires. That's a big thing too, because you have the music going on at nighttime, and then you have all those little bonfire areas.
It just puts you in the mood for fall.
I have
It
not
does.
done that yet, but people always say they like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we've got a little light show instead of like a Christmas light show. It's pumpkin themed. That a little trail that people walk through,
oh yes,
and that's really entertaining. And we added some new little vignettes in that this year that people are going to love.
all right. And you got that little house that has like pumpkins on every level.
Yes.
How do you keep them from falling off?
Oh my gosh, the biggest.
I
So-
looked at that thing and I'm like, how do they keep that
They,
intact?
They won't fall. They don't fall off as much as 3-year-olds take them off. So, but this year I've got a good friend Michael Mayfield up in Athens, Tennessee, who grows these beautiful gourds, and he sent me down a half a tractor trailer load of them last week. He was bringing Callahan's over and belting some pumpkins. So he sent me down some. So these beautiful gourds, or they're called some kind of squash. So we've got those decorating the building. And so they're heavier. So we're thinking that's going to deter the 3-year-olds from running
They won't
off.
be able to pick them up anymore. So Trey, you ought to have like a little pumpkin patch or something. I mean, you got plenty of free time. You ought to just.
Y'all kept talking about all these streaming shows and everything else, and I'm going, I would just like an hour to watch TV. You know, like,
I don't know how he does it.
I know he's
He
here
goes
all
home
the
to another
time.
farm. It's
And
like,
he's here all the
I
time.
know. Every time I leave, he's still here. Get in the
Yep.
morning, he's here.
Yep.
Weekends,
At least I
he's
enjoy
here.
it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said,
right.
if you enjoy it, that's
That's not
that's
work.
certainly worth it.
Absolutely.
All right, but it is time. It is time.
It's
ladies
our
and
favorite
gentlemen.
time.
Our favorite time to make everybody hungry. And we get, Catherine knows, we take recommendations from our guests on entertainment and food at the end of each show that we do. So if you, and this is new view, Trey, so what we do is I'll ask Catherine first for an entertainment recommendation for our listeners. Any book that she's read or something that she is streaming on Prime or elsewhere, or a movie that you've seen, something like that, something entertainment that you can recommend. It can be, something that didn't necessarily have to come out right now. It could be something that you're just reading or watching for the first time. And then we'll come back around and take a food recommendation, restaurant recommendation, what dish at a certain restaurant, something like that you can recommend, which Holly and I have really
Enjoyed. We like that.
I've gone to so many. She's been to like every restaurant in the upstate
Just
anyway.
about.
But
But I like to go to restaurants.
I have a list based on this show, and I've gone to many of them.
Yep.
And enjoyed every one I've
Me
gone
too.
to.
Me too.
So you think about that. The first one will be entertainment. Let's start with Catherine. What can you recommend entertainment-wise to our listeners?
Well, I know everyone's probably already watched like Yellowstone in 1883.
So good.
Y'all just
That's where you got to
love
know
those.
Lainey Wilson, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Yellowstone?
That's right.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yep,
go ahead.
she played Abby
Yeah.
in that. And I was trying to think. There's one called, I've been recommended, I haven't watched it yet, The Social Dilemma.
Oh,
that's
it's
a good
very
movie.
good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very good.
I could-
Should show
That's
it
about
to
the
any
is-
teenager needs to see that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about social media.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Yep.
Especially with kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good
How
one.
it affects you down the road.
Yeah.
And again, I don't spend a whole lot of time watching TV. I don't know if it's because I don't want to navigate which channel I have to watch
Yeah.
or what. But
How much
yeah.
money you have to pay to watch one thing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
And
'cause
I-
it's going to be on a different channel each time.
I love listening to audiobooks. I listen to Mel Robbins a lot. So I don't know if y'all know her. She's a motivational
Yeah, yeah.
kind of speaker
I've heard of her.
person.
Mel Robbins.
Yeah, she's good.
Motivation. That's what you need, Holly. You got to get more motivated around here. All right, Trey. Entertainment.
All right. So first of all, I was going to tell you to go to a pig show. All right, because
That would be
there's
entertaining.
plenty
It
of
would
those.
be.
Well, and it just so happens this weekend there is going to be the local Anderson County pig show and livestock show will be out at the cattle complex at T. Ed Garrison Arena. So
Garrison. Yeah,
yeah.
heard that
So,
name before.
My
check
daddy's
that
place.
out. Exactly. So check that out. That would be great. We're going to have about, I think, 8 to 10 students that'll be there participating.
Really?
And I will be gone. I'll be out of town because I am taking 4 students with me, and we're going to be going to Nashville to the national show up there for Team Purebred. So we have
Wow.
quite a few. Yes. So we're going to go and see what we can do on a national stage with our pigs and some of the ones that we've raised. So really excited about that. Going in different directions. So it's going to be busy. But check that out. Look up Team Purebred. That's even going to be online, I'm sure. So you could watch it and go support our students that's going to be in the ring. I'll tell you the 4 students that I have going that's going to be representing ACTC is going to be Stella Cawthron, Ellie Ellison, Aiden Bradley, and Presley Wigington. So that's going to be our 4 students that's going to be representing ACTC at the Pig Show. Look up Team Purebred online, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of links to watch that live. So that would be really cool. But as far as something that I guess we've watched, we were totally shocked and blown away with the Netflix documentary of the unknown number, the
Oh my
high school
gosh.
catfish.
Right, girls?
Okay, like that was
Whoa,
awful.
what is this?
It is
What's it called?
incredible.
I don't want to give anything away,
No.
but it's the high school catfish. But I'm just saying, I don't have any kids.
Unknown number.
and
Oh, yes. Okay.
It's terrible. It's a great.
Yeah.
It's
Do
shocking.
not do not look it up before you see it because
No,
you
it'll give it
lose
away.
everything. And it's important to watch it without finding out who that is.
Yes. But it was definitely something that just catches you by surprise.
Yep.
So we did enjoy watching that. So I would highly recommend that for
And it's
a little
3
bit of the
episodes.
suspense.
It's not ridiculously 45 minutes an
Something
episode,
like that.
something like that.
We easily binge watch that in one night, and for
Yeah.
me to find time, anybody else can. Okay.
That is a truth right there.
True.
So, Catherine, you got to get Netflix now. Add that to your list. It's like $20 a month or something.
Yeah. Or borrow somebody else's because I'm sure people do that.
You can't. It's not as easy anymore.
Oh, okay.
They've cracked down on that.
Okay, well.
Yep.
I got
Yep.
YouTube TV last year just to watch some football games.
Yeah.
And then barely watched it after that. So, yeah.
Last year, I got the NFL package from YouTube TV, and I watched like 2 games on it.
Oh, wow.
So, like, never again, because I'm an Eagles fan. But the Eagles were good, so they were on regular TV all the time. So, this year, no.
My wife
I'll find
pays
them
for
some
some
other-
package to watch college football, and I tell you, we had a busy night Friday night, and then so Saturday I wake up, she is watching college football and watching the ESPN game day and everything else, and I just think like, how role reversal is this? Like I'm supposed to be the one sitting on the couch watching college football and college game day, and she's the one that's getting all hyped up about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna go feed pigs. We'll see you in a
There
little
you
bit.
go. The hog father. And one more thing we didn't even mention about the pigs before we go to the food thing is that the pigs are going to be running in the races at Denver Dams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we
That's a
make that
big
connection?
That's why you're here.
Catherine,
Well,
how many
one of the
pigs are you?
reasons
Secret.
why-
I didn't know if we weren't unveiling it
No,
yet. or-
Catherine,
Yeah,
how
we're-
many pigs are you taking?
8 pigs, and we give them really fun names. So now Trey talking about the Hogfather. I think we've got to name one of them Hogfather.
Absolutely,
now,
you
in
do.
honor of Trey.
I've got to find like the wildest one out of the group so he can be the champion. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
Like he's going to be your champion racer.
Yeah, what's his name?
And Catherine, what do you give to them when they finish their race? What are they racing for? The
They
pigs.
get generic Oreos. Yes, Oreos. They will run for Oreos. They're brilliant. So, and I'm trying to train these ducks too. So we're gonna see how that turns out. But
What are you training them
I'm
to do?
training ducks
For a race?
to go around inside the pig race track.
There's going to be
So
duck races?
and
Wow.
pig races. How cool.
This is going to be fun.
They should pick up very quickly because our students love to feed them marshmallows. So they eat marshmallows all the time and follow them around the pens and everything else. And we shoot videos of them. So I'm sure that they're going to perform excellent for you guys.
They're so smart. Yeah,
Pigs are very intelligent.
they learn quickly. So yeah,
They
they're-
taste good,
people
too.
love it's people love something unexpected. They love seeing, and we do a little dance before the
Oh, yeah.
pig race starts, and all the
Catherine's
kids
always
cheer.
out there dancing.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
aerobic
that's-
exercise for the season.
You're dancing with the platypus one year.
So you got to go out and
Yeah.
go to Denver Downs and see the pig races and see ACTC's pigs.
Yes.
Yes.
That's it. That's cool. All right. So
We need a picture with the platypus and the pigs.
That's right.
Absolutely we
and
do.
the ducks.
And the
So we
ducks.
can tell the difference between a platypus.
We can put
And
a
a
"It's
duck.
not a duck" T-shirt
Not a
on a
duck.
pig.
That's right. We should have, we should sponsor the page.
Yeah.
They can wear different shirts and stuff. Yeah, I like that. So, Catherine, what do you have food-wise as a recommendation?
Oh gosh. Well, once again.
Last year you sent us to Roughage.
Oh yeah, Roughage. Yep. So that's.
I haven't been there yet.
It's delicious.
Where's that?
Pendleton.
Okay.
I've heard great things about Doc's over on Lake Hartwell.
Okay.
So Doolittle's, the man who owns Doolittle's, operates
Doc's.
that. That's over at near Green Pond.
Okay, yeah.
You know, Lane.
Boat
So
launch,
it's
yeah.
kind of, you have to like pull your boat up on the water on the little embankment because there's not a dock. That's funny. It's called Doc's and there's not really a dock. But and then Clemson's getting a lot in my area of town. Pendleton, we love Blue Heron. That's always good too. I recommend that.
Any particular dish that you recommend?
Oh, they have a sushi
Oh, of
called
course, my wife
Tiger
right there.
Paws. So it is sushi that's fried,
Oh, yeah, that's good.
called Tiger Paw, and it's just delicious.
Is that tempura? When
Yeah,
they cook
I
it,
guess
is that
so.
what it's called?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's
Boy,
not
I'm
healthy.
learning.
I think
It's
that's
not
the
healthy.
batter, the tempura batter. So I think if they do it in the tempura batter, then you call it tempura, right?
Oh, I knew it was cooked sushi.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm learning. I didn't used to eat sushi, and now my wife is teaching me.
Well, now they're telling you that it's for the most part it's all cooked sushi because they're cooking it with that acid, like the citric acid,
Right.
and that's how it's cooked. But because we eat a lot of sushi.
Yeah.
There's Erica's also near in Pendleton, and that's a great little restaurant. They've got great sushi.
Have you been to Soleil?
Erica's.
Yes,
Wow,
I do
there's a
like
lot
Soleil
of
and Clemson.
recommendations.
Yes.
There's one in Seneca as well.
That's
really
right.
good.
I,
I know,
Surely
I'm
you've
writing
been
it
to
down.
that one, John.
No, I haven't.
Soleil
my wife
and
probably has.
Seneca.
She goes and gets
Yeah.
So
sushi all the
on
time.
Mondays and Wednesdays they have some specials on their sushi, and it makes it worth going for
Okay.
sure. For sure.
in Seneca.
In
Very
Seneca.
good.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
I'm sure y'all talk about barbecue. Speaking of hogs, what barbecue do y'all prefer?
So I'll tell you, it's hard for me to go and eat barbecue because I barbecue myself.
Oh.
And mine.
And he's the
I
hog
Very
father.
good.
He's again the hog father.
I really enjoy
The
that.
hog
I actually
father.
grew up, and that's what my grandfather would do. He'd go around and barbecue at different places because we actually owned one of the only restaurants in Oconee County. He opened it in I think '67 and run it to '91, and so it was one of the only restaurants there. And so we grew up barbecuing and traveling around and doing a lot of that. So I love cooking. But as far as my food recommendation, how far are you guys wanting to travel?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, here you go then. I've got to tell you, have you been to Marietta Diner?
No.
You got to try it. It was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Marietta Diner. It is in, obviously, Marietta, Georgia. And it is about little better than 2 hours from here. But I went there this weekend because, of course, I was meeting a pig shipping truck. Okay?
No doubt.
Yep. And I met them in North Atlanta. We actually had to watch Georgia Tech's buses go by. He had to wait for the buses to go by so he could turn into the parking lot to meet me. And so I ended up waiting, and I pulled it up on my phone. I was only 8 minutes away from Marietta Diner, so I had to go and eat.
What do I get there?
So if you're feeling a little spice, try the, the penne, the New Orleans style penne pasta. Something I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on it.
That's
It's
okay.
really good.
So it's
Penne
like a
pasta, a
Cajun
little bit of
kind of thing,
Cajun
yeah.
dish. It's got some sausages in it and chicken, blackened chicken. Oh, it's really really good. That was good. And we also did because we did this little bit of sampling, and we had some of the more seafood, and it was delicious. And it was a lobster stuffed ravioli with shrimp and scallops in a more of a pink sauce on top. That one was really, really good. But you're going to be blown away when you come in and you see their desserts because they have about 30 to 40 different types of cakes and cheesecakes. And a wedge of that cake you can eat on for 2 days. Ask me how I know. Okay? There is a little piece, I hope, still left in the refrigerator at home that I will finish tonight because it is so good.
Wow.
I'm
All right.
yours.
Wow. That's going to take a couple of months for me
Yeah,
to really go
me
through
too.
all these recommendations. And Trey, didn't you make barbecue for us here one
Yes,
time? Yeah, that
I've-
was good.
barbecue.
that.
I like to cook brisket.
You
And
need
the
to do that more
potatoes,
often.
The potatoes were delicious.
Since you have so much free time, you need to do that more often.
Well, we're actually looking at making that a fundraiser for our
Yeah.
FFA chapter.
Great.
We're going to be getting a smoker that we're going to be working with, and providing some Boston butts for the community here. Hopefully, looking at doing that around Christmas time. So y'all be on the lookout for that.
All right.
We'll be selling whole Boston butts cooked.
All right. Hey, Stella, do you have anything to add? Have you been streaming anything or watching anything? And I know you don't have much free time either because you're always here.
I don't watch that much TV, but Gilmore Girls because it's fall. It's
Yeah.
alwa's a great classic. And then
Danica
for
is
food,
agreeing with you.
if you're gonna go far, I would say Doc Seafood in Orange Beach, Alabama.
So,
Best
wow.
chicken I've ever
Okay.
had. It's
Alabama.
real good.
You get seafood and you got chicken.
Exactly.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
not very
but
adventurous.
It was good.
Believe it or not, she just had Taco Bell for the first time about 2 weeks ago.
First time.
First time.
And I
Man.
had pork for the first time last year.
Oh.
On an FFA trip in Indianapolis. So we went, of all places, we were at a boar stud, and they fed us pork loin sandwiches as we were looking at pigs. It was great.
Oh. So, yes, she switches to the pig thing and then she gets to eat the
It all evolves around FFA and everything, because you were mentioning that, and Lainey Wilson was the headliner of the FFA National Concert 2 years ago.
Very cool.
So, I mean, lots of great people that we surround ourselves with.
That's awesome. So, Trey, you made it through your first show. And so we will definitely have you back.
Would love to.
You got a lot to talk about. Fascinating guy.
I know.
He's into
I know.
so
I told
much
you.
stuff. He's
I told you.
amazing.
That's how we hire here.
Stella, thank you for coming. And good luck to you as the FFA president.
She's going to be awesome. She's also always here.
Yes, she is. I see her out there.
I'm glad I don't have to
Those
pay
little
her.
Pigwits. Oh, don't worry, she barely pays me. And Catherine, we will see you this weekend.
Woohoo.
And it
Yay.
runs through when? When's the last day I can go to Denver Downs?
November the 9th.
Okay.
November the 9th. The first two, we're still open the first 2 weekends in November.
So every weekend, Denver Downs is open starting this weekend until November the 9th.
Right.
Perfect.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, come on out. We
Yeah,
can't wait.
come on out.
Come see us.
DenverDownsFarm.com.
That's right.
All right.
Come
Get
see
your
us.
tickets. Let's see. Anything else I got to remember? Next show is in 2 weeks. So we'll talk to you then. But catch the podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. I'll be up there either tomorrow or the day after. And yeah, thanks everybody for being here. And thanks for listening to The Boone Show on My Pulse Radio.